Hi everyone. This video will give you some information regarding Avo.net in .NET Framework. Whenever we create .NET applications, we need to store the data permanently in a data store. This process of storing the data permanently into a data store is known as data persistence. Now, whenever we need a .NET application to store a data in a data store, which is a separate application altogether, .NET Framework provides a set of classes which will help the .NET application to communicate with the database application in order to do data manipulation. When I say data manipulation, I mean to say searching the data, adding the data, updating the data, and deleting the data. So let us now understand the Avo.NET framework in brief. Avo.NET works in two modes, connected mode and disconnected mode. Now an entire Avo.NET application can be completely written through connected mode. An entire .NET application can also be written through disconnected mode. But a good .NET application must be a mixture of connected mode as well as disconnected mode. When I say good .NET application, I mean to say good in terms of performance. And performance of an application measured in terms of memory management and in terms of the speed of the application. Now let us understand both these modes one by one. Now in case of connected mode, a .NET application connects to the database and there are three components of Avo.NET which gets involved here. Those three components are connection component, command component and data reader component. Right now I am terming these as components, but when I go to the code, each of these components will have a respective classes which are present in the Avo.NET framework. Now let us understand the role of these three components in brief. Connection component enables the .NET application to identify the location of the database, the name of the database, and the credentials like user ID and password which will be required by the .NET application to access the database. The command component will actually carry the SQL commands from the .NET application to the database, get it executed by the database and bring back the result from the database to the .NET application if there is any result. And the last component is known as data reader component, which is a storage of the return value which is a result of the SQL statement. So this data reader component actually stores the result of the SQL statement which is being executed by the database in the application. Now this part of this entire diagram is my user interface component which will access the data reader component and display the result to the end user of the application. Now let us understand an Avo.NET application in disconnected mode. The diagram looks more or less same as that of connected mode, only the two components has been changed. Those are, instead of command component which was there in the connected mode, in disconnected mode the component has changed to adapter component, and the data reader component which was present in the connected mode has been substituted with the data set component. Now this data set is the revolution in the software industry where the entire snapshot of the database is present in the data set. Hence, in case of a disconnected application, the .NET application need not to be connected to the database whenever it is doing some data manipulation like insert, update, delete and search, because the Xerox copy of the database is now present in the .NET application in the form of dataset. So we have seen ADO.NET in connected mode, we have seen ADO.NET in disconnected mode, and I said that a good ADO.NET application should be a mixture of connected mode as well as disconnected mode. With this, we can understand that both this connected and disconnected mode has some advantages and disadvantages. Like in case of connected mode, the memory consumption was less, but the time taken to manipulate the data from the ADO.NET application to the database is more, because the ADO.NET application need to be directly work on the database. But when it comes to disconnected mode, the memory consumption is more, because the entire copy of the database is present in the program variable called dataset. But the time of execution will be less, because now the .NET application need not to be connected to the database, because the copy of the database is in the form of dataset, which is in the application itself, and any manipulation on the database is happening on the dataset. So as a good software programmer, you should write a ADO.NET application using both connected mode and disconnected mode, so that the application will have less memory consumption and the speed of execution will be high also. Thank you. For more videos like this, subscribe to our EdTech channel victionary.net, like, comment and share. Thank you.